Okay, so as you can see, we're in the field. This is the box that was sent to me from Taiwan. It's the box you can also see in the unboxing video that I put up last week. So everything that we need for this demonstration is in the box. We have water. I'm going to use one grenade case for the demonstration. We also have the component parts of the grenade itself. One bag of citric acid. We'll have bicarbonate of soda. And we also have the tool that's required to disassemble the grenade once it's gone off. If there's any grenade left in the actual fly-off handle itself, then this is the tool that's required to remove that. So I'll box that back up again and keep it safe until I actually need to use it. In the package as well, we also have one molly pouch with a plastic insert that allows the grenade to sit in there, and you can remove that when you want to use it during your airsoft games. So I'll put these things aside just now. In fact, I'm going to need the little measuring cup as well that came with this. So there we go, measuring cup. Now then, it's using this measuring cup that you're going to determine how much bicarbonate of soda you want to put into the actual grenade itself, and you can also use it for the citric acid. The measurements for making the grenade either take longer to detonate or shorter are on the CidaSoft website itself. It gives you a whole host of measurement guides there. I'm just going to go for probably anywhere between 10 to 15 cc's of each to see how that works. So first thing I'll do is show you the actual assembly of the grenade. Here we have the one piece fly-off handle design. Now then, to put this together, this part here is actually going to fit into the tube that holds the bicarbonate of soda. So because we want that to be a nice tight fit, we're going to spread out the rubber at the end so that it grips the inside of the tube. That's going to give it a better seal and ensure that no air gets in or out of there once the grenade's been assembled. Once we've done that, we push it in, give it a twist so it fits into place, and then push the handle down. That holds it in place. The hole at the side is where the pin goes in, and that prevents the handle from coming off and keeps the rubber insert with the spring in place. Now the tube that contains the bicarbonate of soda fits over there, and we push that on as tightly as it will go for a good strong fit. Once we've done that, the rubber seal goes on the end, and we push that down as tight as we can, and then we can use the top of the actual grenade itself to push the rubber insert properly in, and we know that when the actual grenade's assembled properly, it's going to be a good tight fit. So that's what your grenade looks like when it's been properly assembled. You've got the plastic container where the mixture is going to take place and build up the CO2 which creates the blast. You've got the fly-off handle. You've also got the pin that holds the whole thing in place. So with the grenade now ready for the mixture, take the water, and we only want a little bit of water in here, probably about 1 centimetre in the bottom. So there you go, just a little bit of water in the bottom of that. So remember, this is going to be real time, there's no edits here. I am taking my time slightly just to show you guys what I'm doing. So the citric acid, in this case, comes in a bag. I'm going to use the little measuring cup, and I'll probably take about 15 cc's in this. So that's what that looks like in there. That's going to be poured into the grenade. I'll just reseal the bag. Now if you want to, you can put BBs in here as well, and that's going to give you a shrapnel device rather than just a blast. So now with the citric acid in there, I'm going to mix it with the water, just swirl it around until the citric acid has dissolved. I would suggest that if the water itself was warmer, then the citric acid, if it comes in granular format, is going to dissolve a little bit quicker. This mixture here, still quite granular, although this is pure citric acid. So we'll see what happens. We'll leave that just now, and we'll put the bicarbonate into the actual grenade element itself. So with it being powder, it can be quite messy. So there we go, that's that filled with the sodium bicarbonate. Just make sure the outside of that is clean, because we don't want any of the mixture coming together before we intend it to. So there we go. I'll now put the two elements together. There we go. So that's the grenade assembled with the water and citric acid in the bottom, and in the orange tube we have the bicarbonate. So there's the grenade waiting to be detonated. I'll now go and pull the pin. So as with the grenades that you've seen in the past video, once the pin's pulled, that's the grenade ready and live to use. Once I let go of this handle, the lid on the plastic insert is going to open and drop the bicarbonate into the water containing the citric acid. The benefit of this grenade is that once you've pulled the pin, you can reinsert it to make the grenade itself safe if you decide that you don't want to use it. That's one of the benefits of this grenade. So let's go ahead and look at the detonation. So there we have it. It was actually quite an impressive explosion there. I'm just going to lift the camera from the tripod and we'll go over and we'll take a little look at the aftermath of what we have lying on the forest floor. So walking over now, you can actually hear the citric acid and the bicarbonate sizzling away there, and what we have left over are little plastic shards which are actually quite brittle. So these aren't the kind of things that we'd want to leave lying around at the end of a game. It would be highly advisable to actually come back and clear these things up. So again, little plastic shards lying around on the forest floor. Over here we have the actual remains of the grenade itself. You can see that it's covered in a kind of sludge or paste, the aftermath of the blast itself and the chemical reaction between the two elements within it. We've also got part of the plastic bottle top inside the grenade there, so it's because of that we're going to need that special tool to actually disassemble this thing. Now that would need washed before you're going to use it again, otherwise when you reassemble your grenade you've still got part of the original mixture on the insert, and that itself could detonate the grenade before you intend it to go off. In terms of the main part of the grenade that you want to reuse, nothing from that has gone missing, so you can use it again very effectively, but if you've only got the one, you do need to give it a clean before you can use it again. And I would suggest that if you're going to use this in any environment, whether it's forest floor or CQB, you definitely want to go around and pick up the plastic at the end, which you don't want to leave lying around in a forest environment. There's going to be other people coming in here behind you. There's also animals, so we don't want to injure anyone or anything. And in a CQB environment, once you've used this device, if you've got a lot of mixture in that bottle, you may well have a little bit of spillage on the floor that could cause people to slip. So the grenade itself is actually, it's really effective. It does exactly what the description says it's going to do. The only downside is the assembly time, which is something that I've never had to do with a grenade before. Being over in this part of the world, we're allowed pyrotechnics, so the grenades that I've used have all come pre-assembled, ready to use. So the mixture element with the associated cleanup after it wouldn't particularly appeal to me. But let's say, for example, you live in a part of the world where you're not allowed pyrotechnics because of the risk of forest fire, then a device such as this from CidaSoft is actually ideal. And apart from the plastic shards lying around, it didn't create anywhere near the volume of mess that, if I'm being truthful, I thought it was going to create. So, very effective demonstration there, guys. What we'll do now is we'll take a look at the ease with which we can disassemble this and get the parts left that we want to keep for using again. So I'm just going to put the camera back on the tripod and we'll take a look at how we disassemble the remains of the grenade. So again, I'm just doing it as one element, absolutely no cheating here whatsoever with edits. If it means that the video is quite long, it will give you guys an appreciation of just how long this takes altogether to actually assemble, use and then disassemble. Now then, this is the tool that we use to take the remains of the bottle out of the top of the grenade. So if I go by the instructions I was given, simply, this is the tool that we use to take the remains of the bottle out of the top of the grenade. So if I go by the instructions I was given, simply slip this over the top, which it doesn't seem to want to do very well. There we go. Takes a bit of force, but it does work. And you'll see in the end there, we can actually see that bottle top that was causing the problem with getting it over. It eventually did go. What we're going to do is, in an anti-clockwise, we're going to twist, and that is effective. So initially a little bit of trouble getting it over the orange part because of this lid here, but once you've got that over, it does very effectively bring out this part of the actual plastic itself, and that means that what we're left with is the original handled device that we can wash and use again. Now, as I'm handling this, it is very, very sticky, so you want to make sure you do give it a wash before you use it again. So that was the CidaSoft hand grenade, guys. I hope you enjoyed the view. If any of you have used this in the past and you want to add your comments and experience to the comments field below, then please go ahead and do that. Share your experience with other viewers on the Airsoft Grenadier channel. If you haven't already,